every man from over 750,000 over here. And there's a life from you. Because what do you cheer also? So our chief, can you do this? Our collective
Zionism, Israel, led to the death of 10 individuals in Nablus who were fighting for their freedom. 10 Father Wes, 26 years old. Muhammad Khalid. Israeli security. Locking up 2 million people in Gaza, Israel claims, is about security. Killing Palestinians left and right, Israel claims, is about security. Setting ablaze homes with children inside, schools, hospitals, it claims is about security. What kind of security comes at the expense of an entire people's livelihood? What kind of security comes at the expense of the freedom of millions of people?
Together we refuse! We refuse! If you are outraged by the horrific violence that Israeli settlers and soldiers are continuing to do to Palestinian people, please say, we refuse! We refuse!
It's a disgrace that there are some Jews protesting there, calling for the elimination of the Jewish homeland. What, they want us, to go back to the Holocaust, God forbid?
Words today. If you hear words here that make you uncomfortable or not the This is not an anomaly, this is not an exception. This is Zionism from their land.
Right.
We want to be very clear that as the Israeli Finance Minister Smotrich said,
and meanwhile, the day and this is where our tax money is going. $3.8 billion every year in military funding. Funding war, funding genocide.
I feel like it's important to start.
Karen, what's your reaction to the protest they're having over here, and why are you here today?
Okay, my reaction is it's a disgrace. A Jewish mother in Israel is saying Kaddish for our 2 boys. They were murdered by Arab Muslim terrorists. I mean, they can have their political opinions, but what they're doing now is calling for stop sending funding to Israel and also to eliminate Israel. There are Jews who are standing there. It's a disgrace.
And they're criticizing Chuck Schumer as being a personal friend of Netanyahu. Do you think that's a good or a bad thing?
I don't see them having lunch together. Does he have good relationships with Netanyahu? He's the prime minister. He should have a good relationship with him. Just as elected officials have relationships with a boss. Okay, they are the heads of various, entities.
And there was one speaker who said, 15 years ago, you never would have had Jewish people from Brooklyn gathering publicly and criticizing Israel. What do you think about that?
If they were criticizing a policy, that's fine. They're not criticizing policy. That's a disgrace what's going on. They're calling for the elimination of the Jewish homeland. It's a disgrace.
I'm Michael Loeb. I'm here as the son of a Holocaust survivor and as a parent and as a Jew to say that Palestinians deserve dignity, deserve a right to return home, and deserve safety.
They're not receiving that. They're not receiving that now.
That's correct, and they're not receiving that now. They're being mistreated in the name of Judaism and in the name of Jews, and that's not what we stand for. That's not what I stand for. We're also asking for an end to U.S. military aid to Israel.
We're here to protest the Israeli government's actions in killing Palestinians and trying to get them to leave the territory they consider all their own. The Israelis consider all their own.
I'm very much against how the United States government is funding militarily the Israeli government to oppress the Palestinians.
Make sure it wasn't upside down.
And I will fight, and we will fight until our final breaths to ensure that Zionism is not an entity that has the power any longer to subject anyone to an apartheid system of government.
Absolutely. My name is Zohran Mamdani. That's ZOHRAN-MAMDANI. I am the Assembly Member for the 36th District, that is Astoria and Long Island City. I'm here today to stand in opposition to the continued U.S. military aid of $3.8 billion annually to the State of Israel.
And sum up any parts of this demonstration related to that?
Absolutely. You know, recently what we saw is a number of Israeli settlers going through the town of Hawara in Palestine, burning cars, burning homes, killing a Palestinian, and in the days after, hearing from the finance minister of Israel, Smotrich, saying that we need to wipe the village of Hawara off the map and that the government of Israel should do it, not private individuals. And those are the kinds of words that are incitement to ethnic cleansing. And those are words that are offensive not only to our sensibilities, but also because the actions that they call for, the actions that they are a part of, those are actions that constitute apartheid. Those are actions that I am in deep opposition to, and so are many of my constituents who have voiced that to me personally.
Our land. Our land. That's exactly what it says. They want us off the land. Exactly what it says in the Torah, the boundary set by God. The river to the sea, that's our land. Now they want it. It was never theirs. There's no Palestine in the Torah. There's no Jerusalem in the Torah. It was always our land.